Good morning. My name is Swarupa, working as a physical science lecturer in SRSV College of Education. Today, I am going to talk about pedagogy of physical sciences. In BEd third semester, we have total 5 units is given in the syllabus. In that, unit 1 is science curriculum and textbook. This is the syllabus given in unit 1, that is curriculum, concept and meaning, principles of curriculum construction. Second one is different approaches of curriculum organization. Third one is curriculum organization in terms of NCF 2005, RTE 2009, NCF TE 2009 and again APSCF 2011. Fourth syllabus is characteristics of a good physical science textbook. And again last concept, learning resources for physical science. Coming to the concept of curriculum. This is the first concept. This is the meaning of curriculum. Meaning, the term curriculum is derived from the Latin word currere, which means race ground or to run. That is, to reach the goal, one should run a course which is otherwise known as curriculum. Curriculum means race ground or to run the course. Subjects prescribed for a course are generally termed as curriculum in education. Curriculum is a tool in the hands of a teacher to mold the students according to the objectives in the teaching learning process. So, this is the tool in the hands of a teacher in the teaching learning process. And this is the definition. According to the secondary school education, curriculum doesn't mean only the academic subjects traditionally taught in the school, but it includes the totality of the experiences that people receives through the manifold activities that go in the school, in the classroom, library, lab, workshops, playgrounds, and in the numerous informal contacts between teachers and people. This is the definition according to the secondary school education. And syllabus. The course of study to be completed within a fixed time is known as syllabus. It is formal and doesn't include co-curricular activities. On many occasions, the two terms curriculum and syllabus are used interchangeably, but they are different and denote different things. That is, the meaning of syllabus is the course of study to be completed within a fixed time is known as the syllabus. Curriculum and syllabus. There is a lot of variation in between curriculum and syllabus. These are the differences between curriculum and syllabus. Curriculum is a set of learning experiences that provided to a student to achieve the objectives of a particular course. Syllabus is a set of learning experiences that provided to a student to achieve the objectives of a subject in a course. Curriculum contains both curricular and co-curricular activities of the total course. Syllabus contains both curricular and co-curricular activities of the particular subject only. Curriculum contains the syllabus of all subjects of the course. Syllabus contains the topics related to the respective subjects only. Scope of the curriculum is broad and comprehensive, but scope of the syllabus is limited. Curriculum contains many activities and learning experiences of the particular course. Syllabus contains many activities and learning experiences of the respective subjects. Curriculum given priority to scientific activities, but syllabus not given priority to the concepts. Curriculum helps the all-round development of the student, but syllabus doesn't help all-round development of the student. These are the differences between curriculum and syllabus. Coming to the next topic, principles of curriculum construction. For constructing a curriculum in physical science textbook, these are the main principles. Principle of child-centeredness, principle of creativeness, principle of activity-centeredness, principle of community-centeredness, principle of integration, principle of totality of experience, principle of flexibility, principle of elasticity. Coming to the principle of child-centeredness. While preparing curriculum for science, a child's present and future needs, interests, abilities and capacities should be taken into consideration for the development of physical, social, emotional, mental and moral aspects of the personality of the child. According to this principle, curriculum should provide the opportunity to the student for all-round development. Next, principle of creativeness. The methods and techniques which help the people to become curious, to know about existing things around him should be included. Lots of exercises must be provided to develop innovative and divergent thinking. According to this principle, curriculum should provide lots of exercises for development of the creativeness of the students. Principle of activity-centeredness. The principle of teaching science are learning by doing and learning by living. Therefore, the present curriculum should give proper opportunity for self-expression, for independent research and experimentation. According to this principle, for the development of the self-expression and independent research and experimentation of the students, curriculum should provide by doing lots of activities with the help of learning by doing and learning by living. Principle of community-centeredness. The curriculum must be constructed in such a way as to determine the purpose of the community. It must be elastic and flexible. According to this principle, curriculum always be elastic and flexible because curriculum must be constructed in such a way to determine the purpose of the community. Principle of integration. It should integrate the child's activity, needs and needs of democratic society and should not contain any isolated subjects. All the topics are to be correlated and integrated. According to this principle, topics are to be correlated for the development of the child's integrity with the help of activities. Principle of totality of experience. Curriculum should include many activities for students to acquire a variety of experiences. It doesn't mean only the academic subjects. According to this totality of experience of the principle, curriculum should develop the students both academic and co-curricular and curricular and co-curricular activities. Next, principle of flexibility. It should have the provision to make use of the available local materials and resources. It should be changed according to changing conditions of the society. According to this principle of flexibility, curriculum should provide local materials and resources for the changing conditions of the society. Principle of elasticity. Curriculum should be developed by including new modern developments and ideas. It should prepare and train the students with the basic aim of placing them in a better way, better position. According to this principle, the main aim of the curriculum is placing the student in a better position. This is the syllabus given in first concept. Thank you.